In today's news, Tesla announces the sale of 75% of its total Bitcoin holdings worth over $900 million.
The Feds have announced their latest interest rate hike of 75 basis points for the second time in a row. How it can affect your crypto portfolio.
A man who threw away nearly 8,000 Bitcoins plans to use robots to fetch his fortune.
And the U.S. is now officially in the middle of at least a paper recession, but that's not necessarily as bad as it sounds. A look at how this could be a purchasing opportunity.
The SEC is probing Coinbase for listing unregistered securities on its U.S. exchange.
We have market prices to cover, daily winners and losers to declare, and smart money moves to uncover to maximize your portfolio. All this and more on this episode of Crypto Market Today.
We're your hosts. I'm Lucy Vanghouse.
And I'm Brian Hoffman. Thanks for joining us. But before we dive in, don't forget to give this video a like and maybe a subscription so you don't miss out on the latest crypto news. Let's start with a look at the markets. Bitcoin, the number one rated coin by market cap, is up over 8% on the day. It actually reached a 24-hour high of $24,000 on the dot. That's USD. And closed the day at 22,947.
Ethereum, the number two rated coin by market cap, is up 14% on the day. It reached a 24-hour high of $1,755, and it closed the day trading at $1,630. The total market cap for the global crypto market rose 7% on the day, crossing the $1 trillion threshold, and it currently stands at $1.05 trillion.
And Bitcoin continues its dominance over the crypto markets. As we take a look at the Bitcoin dominance chart, Bitcoin maintains a 41.5% share of the crypto markets as a whole. Ethereum is in second with 18.8% market share, followed by Tether or USDT in third with 6.2%.
On a list of the top 100 cryptocurrencies by market cap, Lido, trading as LDO, ranked 67th by the total market cap, is the day's biggest gainer. The token is up 39% over the last 24 hours and is currently trading at $2.03. On the other side of the market, Pax Dollar, which is trading at USDP, ranked 52nd by total market cap, is the day's biggest loser. The token is down 0.5% in the last 24 hours and is currently trading at 99 cents.
Now, the Crypto Fear and Greed Index, which analyzes the emotions and sentiments of the crypto markets on a scale from 0 to 100, 0, of course, indicating extreme fear, and 100 indicating extreme greed, that's currently sitting at 32. That does indicate that the markets are in a fear.
Fear indeed. And last up in the markets, let's take a look at the most active blockchains by daily transactions. In first place, the Solana blockchain processed 33 million transactions, followed by the Binance Smart Chain, which processed 3.6 million transactions. And then lastly, Polygon blockchain with 2.8 million transactions. For more detailed analysis on the state of cryptocurrency, our parent company Transparent Business and Unicoin published an article on C-Suite. You may want to check it out.
Yeah, we will put a link down in that description below.
Today, we're offering you a very special gift, 100 free Unicoins. Unicoin is the first equity-backed dividend-paying cryptocurrency, well-positioned to become the leader of the crypto market. In such case, your 100 Unicoins may become a $4,000 value. Unicoin was launched by Unicorn Hunters, the famous business show with stars like Steve Wozniak, the legendary co-founder of Apple, and Rosie Rios, the 43rd Treasurer of the United States of America. Simply go to unicoin.com/100 and enter the name of this YouTube channel as the code to claim your free Unicoins. Unicoin, the currency which pays you, is well positioned to win over currencies which shrink in value.
For more information and a deeper dive into Unicoin, check out our sister channel, Unicorn Hunters, who just uploaded an episode about the revolutionary coin and features industry experts who can help your portfolio grow and realize your gains.
Now on to the biggest stories of the day. As part of its second quarter earnings call, Tesla announced it sold 75% of its crypto holdings, bringing the total to $936 million worth. That's a profit of about $64 million, with the remainder worth about $218 million. By contrast, this sale actually would have been worth $2 billion at the end of 2021. That's according to the BBC. From Tesla's earning call, CFO Zachary Kirkhorn said, quote, "We converted a majority of our Bitcoin holdings to fiat for realized gain offset by impairment charges on the remainder of our holdings, netting about $106 million cost to the income statement." In February last year, Tesla announced it purchased $1.5 billion worth of crypto, prompting the crypto to surge by over 10% immediately after. 2 months later, it sold 10% of its holdings, generating $101 million for the sale. That was back when Bitcoin was trading between 55 and 60,000. Musk now says the sell-off was taken to raise cash in the face of COVID lockdowns in China. Tesla did not reveal the price tag they sold the Bitcoin for, but a rough estimate would put the price per Bitcoin at about $29,000.
The SEC is probing Coinbase for allegedly allowing U.S. customers to trade unregistered securities. The crypto exchange company Coinbase has come under increased scrutiny from the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission as of late. This according to two sources who asked to remain anonymous. The sources say the SEC has increased its scrutiny of Coinbase since the platform expanded the number of tokens in which it offers for trading. In a recent court filing, the SEC accused a former Coinbase employee of violating insider trading laws by leaking information and purchasing tokens just before they launched on the platform. While the report alleged no wrongdoing on behalf of Coinbase, the SEC noted that 9 of the tokens purchased by the defendant were in fact securities. Coinbase Chief Legal Officer Paul Greenwald took to Twitter saying, quote, "We are confident that our rigorous diligence process, a process the SEC has already reviewed, keeps securities off our platform, and we look forward to engaging with the SEC on the matter." Coinbase lists over 150 tokens on its U.S. trading platform, none of which are currently registered with the SEC as securities. The company's shares have dropped 20% since the speculative news was announced. Our next story. A man who accidentally threw away nearly 8,000 Bitcoins in 2013 wants to use robot dogs to find his fortune. James Howell from Newport, Wales is petitioning his local government for permission to excavate the landfill where he says his hard drive full of Bitcoin worth around $160 million, even after the recent Bitcoin dip, is buried. His plan to use a combination of elbow grease, high-tech AI, and robot dogs from Boston Dynamics, a task requiring the removal of 110,000 tons of garbage, which will take nearly 3 years.
Now, I know they may be robots, but they really will be man's best friend if they are able to find those Bitcoins.
They should try using those truffle pigs instead.
All right, this one's the big one. The U.S. Federal Reserve has brought yet another interest rate hike. The overall consensus was that Papa Powell would raise it by 75 basis points, as he did last time. He did it this time around, too. But there was a 22.5% chance that it would bring up to 100 basis points. That's according to the BEM's FedWatch tool. Now, the Fed indicated that it aims to achieve the inflation rate of 2% over the long run. Since the market does not like uncertainty, none of us do, both stock and crypto prices rallied slightly since the hike was expected in those numbers. As an example, just an hour after the announcement, Bitcoin surged by nearly $1,000.
This comes from the inflation rate the U.S. is seeing, with the consumer price index for all urban consumables increasing to 9.1% as of the end of June, with fueling going up the highest over the last year by over 50%. On Thursday, the Bureau of Economic Analysis gave an estimate of the GDP of the second quarter, which is showing a growth of negative 0.9%, not much of a growth, after first quarter growth of negative 1.6%. As we know, the definition of a recession is 2 consecutive quarters of negative GDP growth. That's according to the National Bureau of Economic Research. But there are a few caveats about this recession that are important to investors as well as the public as a whole.
That's right. You see, the GDP data provided by the BEA lags by about 3 months. So it merely shows that we have been in a recession for at least the first and second quarter. But this could be seen as what's called a paper recession. That's thanks to the SOM rule. Now, the SOM rule identifies signals related to the start of a recession when the 3-month moving average of the national unemployment rate raises by 0.5 percentage points or more relative to its low during the previous 12 months. Because our unemployment rate has not risen by 0.5 percentage point and has actually been pretty low, our unemployment numbers are looking good, it could indicate that we will not be in a true recession, rather, again, just a paper one.
How can we as investors use this to our advantage? Well, as the national media raves about the recessions in their headlines, keep a close eye on the unemployment rate. If companies believe their money is in danger, they may start to downsize or lay off employees, bringing us into a stagflation, which is a high inflation rate combined with high unemployment and stagnant demand in our economy.
Now, if this happens, we may see yet another dip in crypto and in stock prices, thus opening up possible opportunities to buy that dip. Now, to quote my favorite investor, be fearful when others are greedy and greedy when others are fearful. If we continue on with the paper recession, markets may actually continue to stabilize and recover after the long crypto winter as interest rates and inflation start to normalize.
ARK Investment sells over 1.4 million shares of Coinbase. 3 funds of Cathie Wood's ARK Investment Management sold a total of more than 1.4 million shares of Coinbase, estimated to be worth over $75 million. Coinbase shares closed down 21% on Tuesday. Crypto exchange FTX is looking to purchase the now bankrupt crypto platform Voyager Digital, with promises to give its customers the option to recover at least some of their locked-up funds before the actual bankruptcy proceedings wrap up. Voyager froze withdrawals for its customers in early July and filed for bankruptcy just days later. Voyager does not seem happy about the offer, though saying in court filings on Sunday, quote, "It's a low-ball bid dressed up as a white knight rescue." The deal would give Voyager customers a part of their now frozen funds through FTX's trading platform, where they could then exchange it for US dollars or use those funds to purchase more crypto with the platform. The deal, however, does not include any payment to the failed crypto hedge fund 3 Arrows Capital, of which Voyager loaned money to. We are told that sum totals around $665 million.
All right, we're going to look at the stock market in relation to crypto now. And it appears that crypto-linked stocks are seeing a massive increase to the tune of nearly $1 billion. That's according to a report from Vandertrack. This appears to be primarily due to retail investors, as they are buying that dip of broken down crypto companies like Coinbase Global, Riot Blockchain, and Marathon Digital Holdings, of which is down around 40% since January. Interestingly enough, though, half of the top 20 ETFs on the exchange since the beginning of the month are crypto.
Now time for the Smart Money segment powered by Nansen.ai Research and Analytics. Nansen describes smart money as crypto wallets that are active and prolific, such as whales, funds, or smart LPs. The results are in. Today's #1 smart money destination is Wrapped Ether, with $45 million moving into the token over the past 24 hours. On the other end, smart money is selling USD coin. Over $63 million has exited the token in the past 24 hours.
And now for a look at today's #1 highest selling NFT. And today's winner is, drumroll please, CryptoPunk 8595. Now, this CryptoPunk sold for 145 Ether, worth approximately $238,000 at the time of sale. CryptoPunk floor prices are down 2.1% over the past 24 hours.
As we know, the formation of cryptocurrency is not just Bitcoin and Ethereum.
Yeah, you know what? It really did spark an entire ecosystem, an entire universe of the blockchains and information sharing technology. Well, our guest today is Austin Van Kampen, CEO of Veritas. It's a unique crypto token that is the internal exchange device for their very own healthcare platform. Austin, first off, thank you so much for joining us. But let's get right into it. Tell us a little bit more about Veritas.
Our crypto token is a little bit different, we believe, as we got into doing a lot of research in crypto when we decided we were going to build our internal exchange device for our platform. We found that there was a lot of tokens that said they had utility and value, and then when you come to find out, they were fudging that a little bit as a sale sort of an ideal, and we really wanted it to be different. In that way, we really actually wanted our token to have and contain a value base that reflected the platform that we built. So that really seems to be the main difference that we find here in our token, is that it's actually backed by the value of the healthcare efficiency that we built in our platform. That's exciting. It's also exciting that our liquidity is generally going to be implemented through the revenue of the company.
That sounds exciting, because it sounds like as the company's revenue grows, so does the value and use of the token. But I just wanted to switch gears to the security of cryptocurrency. We hear all these stories about different hacks and phishing schemes. What do you think about the safety and security of crypto in today's market?
So the safety issue, it doesn't have anything to do with your personal wallet. It has to do with the companies that facilitate exchange. So if a company is facilitating your exchange or your hold, then there's a possibility that there's hackability within that company. If you hold your own currency, your own tokens, you'll be able to avoid pretty much all of that.
Yeah, your keys, your crypto. Those are great points, Austin. I wanted to ask, though, if you had any advice for those who might be just getting into crypto or looking to make some new investments.
Yeah, so there's levels here. So absolutely, first and foremost, dig as deep as you possibly can, read the white paper and study the project, because in this less regulated space, you really your own regulation system. So don't depend on anybody to tell you something is good or not. Figure it out, do your research and understand it. The speculation market for cryptocurrency is pretty hardcore and can be super volatile, and there's reasons for volatility, and those reasons have a lot to do with the tokenomics that is the base of the currency itself, and how they store their liquidity and why, and who's got access to those wallets and why. And those are all important, and they're also open source, so you should be able to find all that stuff out.
Man, Austin, those are some great tips. Thank you so much for taking the time to talk to us today.
Thank you, Austin.
And of course, that does bring up a great point. Doing your own research, it's paramount when investing in anything from the stock market, especially to crypto.
That's right. Keep in mind that none of this is investment advice, and every investment you make carries its own risk or potential reward. We hope that this broadcast helped you make more informed decisions, and if it did, maybe you give it a like and subscribe.
And doing so not only keeps you alerted to future content, but also ensures that we can continue to bring you the latest in crypto news from around the world. Thank you for joining us on this episode of Crypto Market Today. We'll see you next time.